G'day everyone, my name's Carolyn. Welcome to our yin class. So today's class I'm going to focus on the hamstrings and also on the hips. So if you're at home and you don't have bolsters or blocks, there's many other things that you can use. So instead of a block you can use a book. Instead of the bolster you can use a rolled up blanket. And if you've got lots of cushions at home you can use those cushions to sit on and also to pad under your knees. So we're just going to start just warming up our backs. We're just going to come over to tabletop. So just bring the hands under your shoulders. Try and spread the fingers nice and wide. Bring the knees under your hips. And we're going to come into cat-cow. So as we breathe in, really dip the lower back and lift up through the sternum. So you can either look ahead or look up to the ceiling, whatever's good in your neck. Consciously relax the shoulders down. So yin yoga, we hold the poses for quite some time. If you find it's too strong to hold the poses for that long, come out of the pose and soften in child's pose. And then if you can, come back into what we're doing. So as we hold here, we're going to really breathe into the lower back. And as you breathe out, really consciously soften the lower back. So even though we're working through the hamstrings and the hips, we're also going to work through the lower back. So if you have tight hamstrings, you usually have a tight lower back. And if you have a tight lower back, you usually have a tight hamstring. So that's why we're working on the lower back as well. So we're going to breathe in again, and then as you breathe out, try and arch the spine nice and high, relax your shoulders down. And if you can, look towards your legs. We're just going to hold here a few more breaths. And then come back to tabletop. So we're going to take our right foot to the back of the mat. If you've got a lot of props around, just move the props so they're out of the way. So we're going to bring the right toes right to the back of the mat and press the heel away. So this is going to stretch out through the calf and the hamstring. If you can work the shoulders, walk your hands forward. So as you breathe in, visualize your energy and your breath floating up through the spine. And as you breathe out, try and reach back through the sitting bones. Try and reach back through the heel. So in yin yoga, it's really important to stay aware of your breath, especially the outward breath. We're going to try and double the length of the outward breath to let go of that tension in the muscles, let go of the tension in your joints. So a couple more breaths if you can. And when you finish that last breath, just bring the knee up. We're going to change to the other side. So the left foot comes to the back, toes down, reach the heel away. If you can work through the shoulders a little bit more, bring the arms forward. Make sure the shoulders, the neck is soft and relaxed. And again, nice long deep breath in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, reach back through the heel, reach back through your sitting bones. So with each outward breath, try and let go a little bit more. Try and soften and deepen the pose that little bit more if you can. And then bring the knees up. So we're going to come into child's pose, but we're going to widen the knees nice and wide. So if you can, bring the knees way out and have the big toes together. Relax down. So here you can have the bolster or the blanket or cushion there to relax down on top of the blanket. So make sure the shoulders, the neck are really soft and relaxed. And as you breathe in, breathe into the lower back. And as you breathe out, really soften, let go of any tension that you hold. Now slowly breathe into the middle back. And as you breathe out, soften, relax. Slowly breathe into the shoulder blades. We hold a lot of stress and tension there. So as you breathe out, try and let it all go and relax your back down. Now we're going to work a little deeper through the hips. So this time as you breathe in, breathe into the hips, right inside the hip joint. And as you breathe out, try and soften the hips all the way down. So we're going to add a little movement to the pose. So just walk your arms all the way around to the right side. Torso comes around as well. Relax your head. You can have a block there. Rest your head on the block if you need to. And as we hold, we're going to breathe deeply into our left rib cage. If you want to increase that stretch, just walk your body a little bit more around to the right side. We're going to hold here for a little bit longer, so try and soften and let go of all tension as you breathe out. When you finish that last outward breath, just bring the arms forward. Make sure the body's soft. Walk your arms, your torso as far as you can around to the left side. And we're going to breathe deeply into our right rib cage. Breathe out and let go of all that tension. If you can, increase the stretch. You can always rest your head on your hands. Just relax down. And when you finish that breath, just bring yourself up back to center. Slowly come all the way up. Let your knees slide together. Swing the legs around to the front. So we're going to come lying down. So you can either use your bolster or your rolled up blanket. So just have it long ways on your mat. We're going to come into butterfly with our feet. So allow the soles of our feet to come together, knees out wide. As you come lying down, try and have the center of your back on your bolster. Relax your head down. And we're going to bring our hands into chin mudra. So just curl the index finger. Curl the thumb around the index finger. Relax your shoulders down. Close your eyes. We're going to spend a little time with our breath. So as you breathe in, allow the breath to come into the abdomen. Let the abdomen expand and open like a balloon. And then as you breathe out, soften the abdomen down. So doing that again, nice, slow, deep breath in. Draw all that energy in as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, try and slow down the outward breath to get rid of all that stale air. So this time we're going to breathe into the lower rib cage. Let it open and expand as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, soften, relax. Slowly breathe in again through the lower rib cage. And then breathing out. Now we're going to breathe into our chest. Allow the whole rib cage to open and expand, a little bit like a balloon. Nice deep breath in. And then slow down, double the length of the outward breath. Doing that one more time, slowly breathing in. And then slowly breathing out. We're going to breathe into our collarbone. So as you breathe in, just allow the shoulders just to float up close to your ears. And then as you breathe out, consciously soften the shoulders down. One more deep breath in. And then very slowly breathing out. Now we're going to put the sections together. So as you breathe in through the abdomen. Going to keep breathing in. Let the breath float all the way up through the ribs. Keep breathing in. Take it all the way up to the collarbone. And then as you breathe out, slow it down. Take it right down to the lower abdomen. Keep breathing out until you can't breathe out anymore. So that gets rid of all that stale air. And then as you breathe in, you'll find you'll be able to breathe in a little deeper, a little longer. So just keep going through that in your own time. So just ignore any thoughts that are coming into your mind. Just stay aware of your body, the feeling of your breath. So just keep going with the breath, and we're just going to release our hands from our mudra. Let the feet come a little bit more up towards the body. Bring the hands on the inner knee and add a slight little bit of pressure just to open the knees and open the hips that little bit more. So as you breathe out, really soften the hips, soften the knees. Feel the length in your body as you breathe in. Feel the body relaxing, letting go as you breathe out. So we're going to do that 2 more times. When you finish that last outward breath, just bring the hands down again. So you're going to bend the elbows, bring the elbows into the mat. If you have problems with your neck, just bring your hand on your head. Let the knees come together as you slowly come up. Take the bolster or rolled up blanket away and come sitting cross-legged. So you can either stay cross-legged or you can come into fire log. So fire log, you're just bringing the feet away a little bit. So you've got a gap between your body and your legs, almost a triangle shape there. Just going to breathe in to lengthen the body. As you breathe out, just walk your hands, one hand from the head. Consciously relax the shoulders. So as you breathe in, visualize that energy floating up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, one hand print ahead. So we're going to come into it slowly. Breathing in to lengthen, expand. Breathe out, come all the way down. So if you're struggling as you come down, you can sit on the edge of your blanket or your cushion. You can have your block there, bolster there, arms can be there, your head can be in your hands. So just choose what's good for you. We're going to stay here for some time. So just make sure your shoulders and your head is soft and relaxed. So as you breathe in, just become aware of your hips. Notice where you feel the stretch. Maybe it's right inside the hip joint. Maybe it's your glute or your sciatic area. Breathe deeply into that area. And then as you breathe out, consciously let go of that tension. So it's okay to feel a nice strong stretch. That's what we're trying to focus on. But if any time you feel pain in your joints or your muscles, soften out of the pose. So we're going to breathe in to lengthen again. As you breathe out, try and hinge down a little deeper. Relaxing the shoulders, relax the head. So quite often we hold our stress there in our hips and our lower back. Maybe something's happened in your life, even as a childhood. And you hold that anger or that fear, that frustration, that stress there in those areas. So as you breathe out, try and let it all go. Just visualize it flying away on your breath as you breathe out. Let your body let go and soften, relax a little deeper into the pose. You're going to hold for a little longer if you can. Be really conscious of your breath. Slow it down. After you finish that last outward breath, just slowly bring your body up. Be slow so you're aware of your body. And we're just going to soften into a twist, so breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, just twist to the right side and hold it here. So it's a nice soft twist. Relaxing your spine, relaxing your shoulders. Come to face the front. Be aware of your legs. So just cross your legs the other way. So you can either sit cross leg, or you can come into fire log again. So if you're in fire log, just make sure there's a gap between your body and your legs. You can even come a little stronger by walking your feet over a little bit so the ankles are under your knees. So as you breathe in again, lengthen through the spine. As you breathe out, just bring the hands, one hand per decade. Just relax your shoulders down. Relax your jaw. Breathe in, visualize the energy floating up your spine out through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, bring your hands a little bit forward. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, just come as deep as your body allows. You can either have the blocks there, the bolsters there. You can rest your head in your hand, whatever feels comfortable for you. And again, start to breathe into your hips. Notice the difference to this side. Maybe you're feeling it in a different spot. Just breathe into that area where you feel the stretch. As you breathe out, consciously soften, relax. Also breathe into the lower back. So we're stretching through the lower back muscles and through the spine. After a few breaths, if you can come a little deeper, just walk your arms further ahead and really let go. Make sure the shoulders, the head is soft and relaxed. So as we hold, we're going to do a little bit of mindful meditation. So I just want you to spend a little time just watching the thoughts as they come into your mind. If you're not making an effort to think, just watch the thoughts. Don't hold on to the thoughts, just let them pass by. So your mind's been described a little bit like a movie screen, and you're just sitting there watching the thoughts float past on the movie screen of your mind. Just become a little bit aware of what you're thinking about. So throughout the day, we spend a long time worrying about things and holding on to things. And the more you worry about it, the more the mind spins out of control. So now we're just letting it all pass on by, just letting it go. So we're just going to stay here for a little bit longer if you can. If you're finding it a little too intense, just soften out of the pose and relax. And then slowly come up. So we're going to come into window wipers just to relax the hips. Just bring the feet out nice and wide. Flop the knees from side to side. So this just helps to let go of any tension you're holding in your hips. And then we're going to straighten the legs to come into forward fold. So just bring the toes towards you. So here we can sit on the edge of a cushion or the bolster. You can have the bolster on your legs or the blocks there. So just going to come into it slowly. Breathing in to lengthen. As you breathe out, walk your hands one hand per head. Consciously relax your shoulders, so bend your arms. Breathing in to lengthen again. As you breathe out, hinge from your hips. You're aiming for your abdomen to come down. So arms can be on the block or your books or your bolsters. You can have the bolster there on your legs and rest your arms. You can even rest your head on your arms. Or bring the elbows down and rest again your head in your arms. So just choose what's good for you. You're going to stay here for some time. So with this pose, just stay aware of the lower back. You find there's a little tension behind your knees, bend your knees, or you can slide a towel under your knees. As you breathe out, consciously let go and let your body sink down. So with each outward breath, soften and let go a little bit more. So we're going to slow down and deepen that breath. as you breathe, just be aware of the subtle movement of the body as you breathe in and out. Just be aware of your neck. You can always rest your head in your hands if it's too strong for your neck or your shoulders. I'm going to try for a little bit longer if you can, but if it's finding it too strong, just slowly roll up to sitting and rest. And then slowly roll up. Just give the legs a little shake if they need a shake. So we're going to come into what's called Mermaid. So just let the right knee be bent and then the left knee is going to come to the back. So if you find this is not good for your knees, just come sitting normal like that at the front. But if you can, turn that left foot to the back. If you can, contact the right foot into the thigh. So if you find that you're leaning to the side a little bit, just sit on the edge of your block or your bolster, whatever's good for you. We're going to come into a side bend. So let the right hand come down. As you breathe in, left arm comes up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, float to the side. Try not to lift the left hip off the mat. So just remember, we're not working through the shoulders. So if you find it's too tense for the shoulders, just bring the hand down. Or you can rest the hand on your head, whatever's good for you. But if you can, stretch the arm. So you should feel a nice stretch right down the left side of your body. Breathe into that side. If you want to increase the stretch, just bring the right hand a little bit further away. Nice, slow, deep breathing pattern into that left side. Just remember, if your shoulder gets sore, just bring the hand down. If your head gets sore, just rest the head in your hand. And then coming up. So we're going to breathe in to lengthen. As you breathe out, we're going to come to the other side. So it's a little stronger. So again, if you need to, you can rest the hand down or rest your head in your hand. As we hold, we're going to breathe deeply into that right rib cage. If you want to increase the stretch, just walk the left hand further away. And you feel the stretch coming right down through the right hip. If you're finding it's a little difficult on that front knee, just put a block or a bolster under the knee. So try a few more breaths if you can. Let that arm come up. And we're going to turn it into pigeon. So if you've got your bolster or your block close, just move it away. I'll just turn around so you can see. So we're going to bring the left foot all the way to the back. And we're going to be on the right knee like this. So if you have problems with that being on that front knee, you can roll onto your back like this and turn it into supine pigeon. So you're on your back, right ankle on the left knee, and you're bringing the left knee into your chest. So that's just an option if you have problems with knees. If you don't have problems with knees, if you can, come into your proud pigeon. And we're just going to bring our fingertips on the mat. As you breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, soften the shoulders down. Breathing in to lengthen the spine again. As you breathe out, soften the hips down. And then we're going to turn it into sleeping pigeon, breathing in. As you breathe out, slowly come forward. So if you need to, you can use your blocks and rest your head on the block or your bolster. You can move the block away and rest your head on your arms. For those who can work a little stronger, just bring the knee out to the side a little bit. And maybe even the foot can come to the top of the mat. So just choose what's good for you. So as you breathe out, consciously let go. So this pose is all about letting go of tension in your body and stress within your mind and your heart. So slow down the outward breath as much as you can and really let go of all that stress, all that tension. Remember, at any time if it's feeling difficult on your knees, just roll onto your back and do the supine pigeon on your back. You can stay for a little longer if you can. With each outward breath, let go a little bit more. If you find it a little tense through your hips, you can put a block under that right hip. So you can rest your hip on the block. That's better for you. So if you like to really let go on the outward breath, just give a long sigh. Just a few more breaths if you can. We're going to slowly come out of the pose. Just bring the knees side by side. For those that are on the back, just come up onto your knees if you can. And we're going to stretch that front leg. So just step the right foot forward. Have the legs straight if you can, toes up. So you can either have your hands on the mat or the block. Your knees can be slightly bent. Going to breathe in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, hinge down from your hips. Relax your head down. Shoulders are soft. You can bend your arms. So we're just working on our hamstrings here. So if you find that it's too strong under your knee, just softly bend the knee. So with each outward breath, try and sink a little deeper. Your torso coming a little closer to the leg if you can. So it's quite a strong stretch. We'll only stay here for a few more breaths if you can. And then slowly come up. So we're going to come into dragon. So with dragon, we're working quite strong through our hips. So do stay aware of your hips. So the front toes, just turn them out so they're facing the corners. Both hands can either be on the mat or the block. Slide the back knee back a little bit. It's going to open up through the hips. So if you can, the right hand comes on the right knee. Add a little bit of pressure to open the knee, but just be soft. The left hand can be either on the mat or the block. You can either look to the side. You can open your heart center up to the ceiling and look up to the ceiling. Make sure the shoulders are really soft and down away from your ears. So if you find there's a little pressure through that knee that's on the mat, just put the knee on a cushion. We're going to slowly breathe into our haps. So it's quite a strong pose, so we just stay here for a little longer. Just focus your breath deep within the hip joint. As you breathe out, you feel your body sinking a little deeper down towards the mat, just letting go. A few more breaths if you can. If not, do come out into child's pose and relax. Slowly bring that hand back on the mat. Bring the knee in, foot comes in. Come on to both knees, and we're just going to bring a little movement side to side with your hips, just to relax the hips. And then we're ready for all that to the other side. So come sitting down again, back into our mermaid. So this time, the left knee's to the front, right foot's to the back. Left foot into that right knee. Again, if it's not feeling good in your knees, just sit normal cross-legged like this. So we're going to have the left hand down to the mat. As you breathe in, right arm comes up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, float to the side. Left hand can slide away. Try and keep that right hip, right sitting bone down as much as you can. If it's feeling too strong through the neck or the shoulders, bring the hand down. Or even bring the hand to rest on your head. Rest your head in your hand. But if you can work a little stronger, reach out through the fingertips. So we're bringing that stretch right down through the right side. Right down through the rib cage, right down through the hip. So breathe into that right side. Just a few more breaths. Make sure that left shoulder, left arm's really relaxed. Let that arm come up. Change to the other side, breathing in. As you breathe out, float over. If you want to work a little deeper, let that right hand come away. Try and keep both sitting bones touching the mat as much as you can. As you breathe into that left side. As you breathe out, consciously soften, let go. Just be aware of your neck and your shoulders. Relax your hand down, relax your head if you need to. You can always come back and stretch the arm again if you want to work a little stronger, so just choose what's good for you. And then bring it up. So we're going to move it back into our pigeon. So now the left knee is forward. We're going to bring the right leg to the back. So again, if it's not good on your knees, do roll onto your back and do pigeon on your back. Be on your fingertips if you can, breathing in to lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, soften the shoulders down. Breathing in to lengthen the spine again. This time as you breathe out, soften the hips down. Breathing in, as you breathe out, come forward. You can either bend your elbows, rest your head on a block, rest your head on the hands. If you want to work a little stronger, bring that front knee out a little wider and bring the foot right to the top of the mat. So just choose what's good for you. So as you breathe out, consciously let go of all tension. You're finding a little tension through the left side, just bring that block under there and sit on the block. So we're going to come into a little bit more of mindful meditation. So just watch your thoughts as they come into your mind. Being aware of your feelings, your desires, your thoughts, and just watch them. Don't get worried if there's stress that comes in or unwanted thoughts, unwanted feelings. Just watch it from a distance. Just let it all pass on by. Try and slow down that outward breath as much as you can. Consciously let go of tension through the hips. You're going to stay for a little longer if you can. If not, do come out into child's pose or roll onto your back and do the pigeon on your back. And then slowly bring yourself up. So come on to knees. And we're just going to step the left foot forward. So we're going to work through that hamstring. So have the legs straight, toes up to the ceiling. Hands can either be on the mat or the block. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, sink your torso and your head down. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. If you find it too strong under the knee, bend the knee. So with each outward breath, try and sink a little deeper towards that leg. Focus your breath deep within the hamstring. And then as you come up, we're going to turn it into our dragon again. So bring your weight forward. Let the front toes come out to the corners of your mat. Both hands together, so hands can either be on the mat or the block. Let the back knee slide back a little bit, so you can always have the knee on the cushion if you need to. Left hand comes on the knee. A little bit of pressure if you can to open the knee. Either look to the side or open your heart center up to the ceiling. Consciously relax the shoulders down. Quite strong through the hips, so just breathe deeply into the hips. Anytime it feels too strong, just come out into child's pose and relax. So I'm going to try a few more breaths if you can. Slowly come out of it. Bring the knees side by side. Just bring a little movement to the hips from side to side, just to relax the hips. And then slowly come sitting down. We're going to come all the way lying down, getting ready for relaxation. So just relax your body down. Open the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Slow down the breath, and then we're going to use that breath to relax the body. So as you breathe into your feet. Let the breath massage the soles of your feet, your toes, your ankles. And then as you breathe out, let the feet relax and be floppy. Slowly breathe into the calves. Visualize that breath massaging the knees. And then breathe out and soften. Slowly breathe into the top of the legs. That breath is massaging deep within the thighs, deep within the hamstrings. And as you slowly breathe out, just let the legs be very heavy. Going to slowly breathe in through the hips. Visualize that breath massaging the sitting bones, the glute muscles, and deep within the hip joint. And then as you breathe out, really let go, relax your hips. Going to bring the breath to your tailbone. And as you keep breathing in, let the breath float up through the spine, massaging one vertebrae at a time, right up through the neck. And then as you breathe out, soften the spine, right down to the tailbone. Going to slowly breathe into the lower back. Just become aware of the feeling of the lower back. Are you still holding tension there? As you breathe out, just let it all go. Slowly breathe into the middle back, deep within the muscle. And then as you breathe out, soften the back. We're going to slowly breathe into the shoulder blades. And as you breathe out, your back is growing heavier and heavier. Take a nice slow breath in through the abdomen and visualize that breath massaging the organs of your abdomen. As you breathe out, softening. Slowly breathe into the rib cage. Again, the breath is massaging the organs of your chest. And as you breathe out, relax through the front of the body. Feel the breath massaging your hands, massaging the palms, the fingers, the wrists. And then as you breathe out, soften the hands. Let the next breath float deep within your arms, massaging your elbows. And then as you breathe out, your arms are growing heavy. Let the next breath come deep within the shoulder joint. And as you breathe out, consciously relax your shoulders. Going to take a nice slow breath into the top of our shoulders near your collarbone. And then as you breathe out, let the shoulders sink down away from your ears, letting go of all tension, letting go of all that stress, those responsibilities that you carry on your shoulders. Just let them go. Let the next breath massage your jaw. Going to massage along your jaw to massage your ears. As you breathe out, relax your jaw. Visualize the next breath massaging your scalp all the way around. Let it float to your forehead and massage your forehead. And as you slowly breathe out, relax your forehead. Soften your eyes. Soften your nose, your mouth. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in. Feel the breath massaging every part of your body. And as you slowly breathe out, your body's growing heavier and heavier. And we're just going to lie there enjoying that relaxed state just for a few more breaths. And then slowly bring a little movement to the feet. A little movement to your hands. Softly turn your head from side to side. Bring your head to stillness. Let the hands float to your forehead. Give your forehead and your scalp a massage. As you bring the arms down, let the knees come into your chest. Have your hands on your knees and just draw circles with the knees just to massage the back. We're going to circle the knees the other way. Relax the arms by your side. Slowly roll to your side. Spend a little time on your side, just letting your body slowly wake up and become grounded. And then when you're ready, slowly come all the way up to sitting. Just sitting any way that's comfortable for you. You can sit cross-legged or have the legs out. And we're just going to come into a little bit of meditation. So we're going to come into kirtan. And we're going to use Gauranga and Haribol. So we're going to slowly breathe in and then slowly breathe out to relax the shoulders, the spine. And then when you feel comfortable, just join in with me with the meditation. Gauranga, 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 Haribol. 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 Just keeping your eyes closed. Just let the sound, the meditation sound, keep floating through the mind. Let your mind, your heart rest in the sound. So we're just going to finish off with a very soft stretch, so just keeping your eyes closed. As you breathe in, just let the arms float out in line with the shoulders. And then breathe in a little bit more. Let the arms float nice and high to the ceiling. As you breathe out, bring your hands together. Keep breathing out. Let the hands float all the way down to your heart center. And namaste, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the class. Hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you.